Now, what is the observations they observed in this discharge tube? We will see. When battery is on, electricity is passed through the discharge tube. So that time we know, already we studied in physics in electricity chapter. So this is negative terminal and this is positive terminal of the battery. So this metallic plate, which metallic plate is connected to negative terminal of the battery is called cathode, right? So which metallic plate is connected to positive terminal of the battery is called anode. Electrons moving and current moving opposite, right? So electrons are moving from negative terminal to positive terminal and current is flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal. So this thing we studied in electricity chapter in physics. So come here. What is the observation they did? Some sort of invisible rays moved from the negative electrode to the positive electrode. So here negative electrode is called cathode, positive electrode is called anode. From this cathode to anode, some sort of invisible rays, they are starting from cathode to anode. So these rays were called cathode rays. So these rays are traveling from cathode to anode. That's why these rays are called cathode rays. Electrons also moving from negative terminal to positive terminal. So here further investigations were made by W. Crookes, J. Perrin, J. Thomson and others. So these are the scientists or did researches, but credit is went for J. Thomson. So electron was discovered by J. Thomson. So see here, so first Thomson is the Christian. So he kept one cross, Jesus Christ cross is there now. So he kept a cross in discharge tube. He find that the shadow of this cross, and another thing what he did is, in discharge tube they kept one wheel, small wheel they arranged in the discharge tube. That time that wheel is rotated, that wheel is moving. So that time they concluded that these are the cathode rays have momentum and finite velocity, finite mass. So they concluded these are the things based on this wheel experiment. So same discharge tube only, they are doing different experiments. So based on this wheel experiment, this wheel is moving when this cathode rays are strike that wheel. So they are concluded that these cathode rays have momentum and velocity. We know we are using electricity generators, water electricity generator. We are using turbines, right? So water is coming from the high place to heights to down. So that time that water is falling on the turbines, the turbine will rotates. So because that water particles are having mass and they have momentum and they have velocity like that, that's why the turbines are moving when that strike that water particles. Now you are doing one more experiments. That turbine you arranged at open place, sun rays are falling on the turbines. Due to that sun rays, the turbine will not move. So here, based on that experiments, here they arranged one wheel. These cathode rays are strike that wheel is moving. So these scientists are concluded that cathode rays have momentum and velocity and mass. So due to that only that wheel is going to moving. So like that they observed. So we will see what is the properties of cathode rays or characteristics of cathode rays. Number one, they travel in straight lines. Cathode rays are travel in straight lines. Next property, with very high velocities ranging from 10 to the power of 9 to 10 to the power of 11 centimeter per second. These cathode rays are moving with very high velocity. Next, they produce a green glow when strike the glass wall beyond the anode. So they produce a green glow light when they strike the glass wall beyond the anode. So these are traveling from cathode to anode, right? So when that cathode rays are hit at anode plate, they will produce green glow light. Next, cathode rays possess kinetic energy which is converted into heat energy when stopped by matter. So cathode rays possess kinetic energy. When this cathode rays hit the matter, that time heat is generated. So by that experiment, they concluded that cathode rays possess kinetic energy. Next, the rays are passed between two electrically charged plates. These are deflected towards the positive charged plate. So when two electrically charged plates, nothing but electric field, when these cathode rays are passing through the electricity or electric field, so negative terminal, positive terminal both are present, right? So that time these cathode rays are deflected towards positive charged plate. This is very important. So when these cathode rays are deviated towards the positive charge, the scientists are concluded that these cathode rays are negative charged rays. Negative charged rays. So it shows that cathode rays carry negative charge. So we know that opposite charges are attracted, same charges are repelled. So positive charge towards the positive charge, cathode rays are deviated means cathode rays containing opposite charge of positive, that is nothing but negative charge. So it shows that cathode rays carry negative charge. So cathode rays consist of material particles which have mass and velocity. These particles carrying negative charge were called negatrons by Thomson. So J.J. Thomson is called that particles, that massive particles is negatrons. So these particles carrying negative charge were called negatrons by Thomson. Then the name negatron was changed to electron by Stoney. See here, the name negatron was changed to electron by Stoney. So Thomson is giving a name negatron to the cathode rays particles. That negatron's name was changed to electron. Now we are using electron. That name was given by Stoney, J.J. Stoney. So different scientist names we are seeing here, but ultimately electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. Now, another property, cathode rays produce X-rays. Cathode rays produce X-rays, and these rays affect the photographic plate. The nature of the cathode rays is independent of, very important point for competitive exams. The nature of the cathode rays is independent of, the cathode rays are independent of, number one, the nature of the cathode, and number two, the gas in the discharge tube. Whatever the plate you have to use, if you use different metallic plate, that will not affect the cathode rays. And if you use different gases in the discharge tube, that will also not affect the cathode rays, because cathode rays are generated or originated at cathode. Cathode is negative terminal. From the negative terminal, electrons are traveling towards the positive, nothing but anode. So if you use different metallic plates and different gases in the discharge tube, it will not affect the cathode rays. But in the case of anode rays, not like this, we will discuss. In 1897, J.J. Thomson determined the E/m value of the electron. E/m value, charge to mass ratio. That value he given minus 1.7588 into 10 to the power of 8 coulomb per gram. Then in 1909, Robert A. Millikan found the charge of electron. Millikan oil drop experiment is there. Based on that oil drop experiment, he given value, that is charge of electron, minus 1.6022 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So we need to remember these values, what they given based on their experiment. We need to remember for our exams. We are not going to do any experiments here, and no need to do. First of all, for our exam, for our ranks, we need to remember these values. After getting rank, after getting your jobs, no need to remember.